right, we are live here on Call It in the Ring. It is the instant reaction from night one of WrestleMania, and it was a good one. We had a very big twist at the end of night one, and Teddy Mongoose, my co-host here, fell asleep for the main event.
Yeah, yeah. So what had happened was, I was with the family. I was family-ing, and I was 45 minutes or so behind. And I'm texting John, and I'm like, I'm 40 minutes behind. I'm 30 minutes behind. I'm 22 minutes behind. And I saw Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte Flair, and I woke up at 11:10.
Oh, it is so great. So, yeah, it was. What did you think of? What are your initial thoughts from what you were awake for
So
Wrestle?
so here's the thing. I saw the entire show except the bulk of the main event.
Mm-hmm.
Fast forwarded to the end because I'm a soldier and I'm here for the channel and I wanted to see what happened at the end. And my initial thoughts, the things that I had written down were this night one. And look, man, I am, and not to be internet tropey, but I was just as irritated with the build for this WrestleMania as any other keyboard warrior that was out there, man.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't think that it was very good. Thought that we had a lot of just yada, yada, yada. Here's your match. And I actually had written down night, and this was after the Tiffany match. Night one tonight is better than night one last year. And I thought that last year was the build of the millennium, man. I thought it was the best build they could have done. These matches overall, I thought were insane.
I agree.
Shame that I didn't get to see the entire main event yet to, say whether or not I thought overall that it was a better or worse show. But that's what I think. I think that this show from opening match to the end, to the end, was the better show than night one last year. What say you?
I want to agree because I thought that we came out hot. It didn't feel flat at all. Like I really liked the flow of the matches. It felt like we kind of expected Jay to come out and win right away. And we flowed right into a tag match. We had a blood feud that paid off. And then, we had a really good US title match. Then we had I thought the whole thing flowed really well. I thought it was great. I thought it was a really good night one. It's not going to blow your socks off. It doesn't have, the box office attraction that like last year had, but I really feel like this was overall match to match to match. I thought this was better, definitely better than last year.
Yeah, yeah. And again, this is we're only looking at night one. I'm
Right.
not, so this excludes Cody finishing the story, all of
Right.
that.
Right.
I think night one for night one, I thought that this was awesome, man. Jay winning was what needed to happen.
Mhm.
I thought that the crowd reaction was perfect. And here was what I really liked about it: the way that Jay won.
Yes. Oh,
Jay won. Jay won by out Gunthering Gunther,
yeah.
which I was not expecting.
Hmm.
And the fact that they went there, I thought it was excellent, man. I really did. Um, One thing I wanted to note, and this is something we have to look at:
Yeah.
Jay's Air Force Ones weren't crispy. That
No.
wasn't a new pair.
No, okay, so that is interesting you said that because he was on the complex with Joe this week and they did the shoe shopping. And
Okay.
he said that he has in his basement, he used to keep Crispies all the time. He used to buy 3 pairs a week, but he doesn't do that anymore. But he in his basement on his one wall, he has all the shoes that were big main event matches. It's all just dirty, busted up Air Force Ones, and I feel like he probably pulled a shoe off that wall and was like, "I'm gonna wear these for the for WrestleMania."
Yeah, I had to. And that was, I thought, and I didn't see that. And I thought that that had to be a pair that something significant happened in.
Yeah,
So that's really cool. I'm
yes.
sure, I'm sure we'll find the answer to that later on.
He didn't mention it. He was on. the after the press conference. He was on, but I didn't hear him mention anything like that. But yeah. But let us what did you guys think of that match on in the comments? Let us know in the comments. Hit us up in the chat. I thought that this was a great start to WrestleMania.
Absolutely. And then we move right from that to Jim Cantori. Didn't have him on my bingo card. And when he was on the screen, I exploded because I knew why he was there. I was so happy that he was there.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I thought that that was awesome, man. Uh, what'd you think about this Jade and Naomi match?
I was at the SmackDown in Philly when they did the Jade return, and I was really excited, because I was there. It felt like you feel something different when you're at something when it happens, and I was really excited to see the blow off of this. So, I thought that it was good. I thought some of the spots were very sloppy, but I thought overall what they were trying to accomplish was good. So it felt where it was sloppy, they covered up in the spectacularness of the spots.
Yeah, I thought that it was notable that Pat McAfee doesn't watch the product whenever he said that Jade got ran over by a car. I
Yeah.
thought that was funny.
Yes.
Um, but when you said about the sloppiness, when Jade like switched Naomi and hit that power bomb, I thought he killed her, or I
Yeah.
thought she killed her.
Yes.
Thought Naomi was not alive anymore. She got checked on right away,
Right. Right. Right.
and then they went to the finish. Referee checked on her again. Obviously, everything was fine. Um, I liked it though. I thought this had the best build out of anything on the show,
Mhm.
and I thought the match was fine. And for me, fine got us there.
I agree. The one match you did miss was the War Raiders versus New Day, the tag match, which I
Oh,
thought
I did skip over that one. You know what? That was a really solid match.
yeah, it was just a nice little solid tag match. It got done what it needed to get done. I thought they had some really cool spots in that match. That diving crossbody into the video board apron, the that moonsault that Ivar slipped on the rope. I thought it was good. And the only thing I really have of note here is poor Kofi's chest. Like, I think it's getting
Yeah,
worse every year.
it is. But what I liked about that about the tag match was the setup of the finisher. They didn't get the finisher. We had that run in with the uppercut that cut him off of there, and
Yeah,
then we got the finish. It's cool. It still works. He had Kofi foot just to
right,
get a
right.
little littlishness there, but no, I thought that that was totally cool. Yeah, and again, we went from the opener to that to Jade. I thought we were 3 for 3 to start. Um, we move into the U.S. title match then, right?
Yeah, the U.S. title match. I was up for this one because I'm really excited about what Jacob Fatu brings to the table. And obviously, um, I really like what LA Knight does as well. So I thought that that counter into the BFT was awesome. I loved it. There was a lot of big boy moves. There was a big elbow, and I thought it was great.
Yeah, literally, I have Concord boots for LA Knight, but I prefer the bread boots. But
Yeah,
I do like that he has the Air Jordan 11 boots. And the second thing I have is that PME into the BFT was absolutely incredible. Thought that that was an awesome spot. So, and then at the end, Haku comes out.
that was
He could
awesome.
still he could still kill me. Like looks dangerous.
Yes.
But right winner, somebody that I hope they do something with. I trust them,
Yeah.
but he's somebody that he should really run roughshod for a while. And I think that he can. Not that that title didn't have credibility because there's great champions that and there has been,
Right.
but that should continue on here. So yeah, right winner again, right winner, and this time very good to great match.
Hmm.
So love this one.
Yeah. And then we move right into the El Grande Americano and well, you got something here?
Oh no! Before you start, so WWE bought AAA.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That was something.
Yeah, it's out of
What
no
I wasn't ready for that.
no.
Uh,
They just
and
they literally announced it on the pre-show. It was like out of nowhere.
right, and before you get into that match, the fact that Vikingo was there, front
Mhm.
row,
Mhm.
highlighted, I thought was cool. The only thing that makes me sad is that because WWE bought AAA and
Yeah.
Vikingo was sitting in the front row, I'm not going to get another Kenny and Vikingo match, and I'm not going to get Will Ospreay and Vikingo.
No.
Heartbreaking, but it's all right.
Yeah, it's all right. It'll all work out though. But I thought that this was a really fun match. I really thought we were gonna get the unmasking of Americano, but I think we probably would have if Ray would have been in there. But I'm okay with it. It worked. It was a nice way to spotlight somebody else who's new in the company. It was a great way to get people seeing Phoenix. I was all about it. I loved it.
I think that this was going to be the finish no matter what. You have a loaded mask, and so the heel needs to go over
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
because of the loaded mask. I think that we're going to build to a mask match.
Got it. Got it. Yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah.
so to me, if it was Ray, if it was well either Ray, Phoenix or Mysterio,
Mhm.
I think you had El Grande Americano going over no matter what. With the loaded mask, they put over the fact that it was a loaded mask.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So yeah, I think that that was going to be your finish, and that was a great match, man.
It was.
Like when you're back up to Rey Mysterio's Rey Phoenix, you can't go wrong.
No. And then I have written here that Sean had so Sean comes out to give the attendance number, and he has the biggest numbers ever that he could fit on a post-it note to come out and read the attendance. I thought he it was hilarious.
And what I loved about this was I read the Observer this week for the build and everything, and I don't know where they were. I didn't see WrestleNomics to see what the actual ticket or Wrestle Ticks or whatever for what the numbers were,
Like
but
57, I
it
think
was.
today.
And so it was in the Observer that they were just under 50 for night one. And literally, Meltzer wrote, they're going to announce over 60,000 no matter what. And when he said 61, blah, 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 I laughed out loud. I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah, yeah, it was pretty great. And we transitioned right into the co-main and the main event. The co-main was Charlotte and Tiffany Stratton. I thought that I was surprised. I thought they were going to go for a long time. They didn't go. They went like what 20 some ish minutes. I thought it was a pretty good match. You could
By
tell.
Tiffy standards, though, that was a long time. That was longer than I thought we were going to get, to be honest.
Yeah. I thought that uh Charlotte looked a little rusty. You could definitely tell that she has been in a match in a long time. I think they got over what they were supposed to get over. I was actually genuinely surprised that Tiffy won. I didn't think that Tiffy was going to win. I thought that they were going to put the belt on Charlotte because honestly, when Charlotte has the belt, that's the only time she matters.
Well, the first thing is Tiffy's entrance was amazing.
Yeah,
And the fact that it
was
was
really good. That entrance was incredible. Even
and the fact that it
my
was
wife was
Mattel Brown branded, you know what I mean? It made a lot of sense with the Barbie.
right. Like my wife, Allison was sitting here and she was like, "That is a cool entrance."
Yep, yep. I thought that was really cool. I what I wrote was this match is very good, but as practiced as it is, it kills the aura of it because there were too many spots that
Mm-hmm.
you can tell were rehearsed, which is fine.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
when it's a blood feud and we're going off the script and we're shooting on each other and
Yeah,
oh my gosh, what's going to happen?
right. We can't have script.
When I know that you guys are working together, it sort of takes me out of it. The other thing I didn't like was Charlotte selling her knee like it was legit hurt,
Yeah,
um, and then immediately not selling it at all.
yeah, yeah.
Just a just a little thing. Tiffany did the same thing then. Whenever she started to work on Tiffany's knee, and then Tiffany would sell when she remembered.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? But
Right, right.
it was fine. I'm not going to complain about it. It was fine. It was not Bianca and Sasha. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
It was not like next. It was not Rhea and Charlotte.
Mm-hmm.
It was good though.
Right, right, yeah. Yeah, I thought that this was a good match, and I thought it was a good co-main event for night one. And then we got into this main event, which you don't have a lot to say about because you were asleep.
Yeah,
But
yeah. I saw the just so you know, I saw the entrance. Good good heat whenever we came out.
yeah,
Got to whenever we were crowd brawling. Told you that I saw this crowd brawling. You said just go forward to Paul with a chair. So why don't you take us for fill in those gaps?
Yeah, so there was a lot of big spots. They did a lot of the finisher style where like Punk is gonna get Seth up, he's gonna get speared, Seth's gonna do the stomp. So they had a lot of that throughout. Roman. So if you are a listener of the Rewind, and that is what we primarily do here on the channel. So please go check that out if you're listening. But Roman fully snapped, and when he fully snaps, he totally lets his guard down, and he snapped in this match. He are really lining up. Seth and Roman were going to act together. Shield. They're going to do the shield bomb on the tables, and Roman turned on Seth. Said he smacked him. He put both of them through the tables. He got back in the ring, and that was like right before we had the chair spot. So I thought that this was thought the entrances were great. I thought that looked really good. I was whenever Seth was handing out the buckle was going to blow a tricep, but I was great. Roman's gear looked amazing.
Yeah,
Chris
Roman good.
do like the yellow worked really. Seth was weird. He like a track and then he come into I don't know, but
He's a visionary.
I guess so.
If you're
Um,
following on the channel, we just got there.
we yes, true. So, but yeah, go check that out on the channel. That we are right before WrestleMania 37, so that we have all of this fresh knowledge of Heyman getting plucked from the ocean of obscurity and brought to the island of relevancy, and he is the wise man for Roman Reigns. And then he has this favor where he slides the chair to CM Punk. It's like, oh no, faked him out, gives him the low blow. Roman is joyous because he's like, oh, my wise man's coming back. And as soon as Roman took that hand and put it and pushed Paul behind him,
And I did that was where for me I was like,
yeah,
like
oh.
because like it was perfect. And
It
it's
was.
just like you said, dude. We went and we talked about that first Roman promo where he talks about why he's doing what he's doing and his wise man, et cetera, et cetera. And Paul Heyman expresses his gratitude. And go check us out because we break down why Paul is this way because he was literally out on his own. Roman brought him back in. So Paul owes this all to Roman.
Yep.
And when Paul turned on Punk, I thought it was great.
Yes.
It was perfect because it literally would fit everything they've done so far.
Hmm.
And then once Roman started this, I was like, oh, well, he's siding with Seth and this is over. And then he sided with Seth and this is over. And like this didn't have the Cena.
Yeah. Didn't have that feel.
It didn't have that. And that's my only complaint is that I thought that was as masterful of a turn as you could have done.
Hmm.
And there's plenty of people, and they're not wrong, if they say they liked being able to see this one coming. To me, when it happened, I was like, I knew this was happening. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I was really sort of ho hum about it. I'm not saying it was bad. I'm just saying that it lacked the OMG moment that I was hoping. And to be honest, if it was just him turning on Punk,
Yeah,
that would have done it for me
right. I
because I would have been like,
right.
oh my god, he did side with Roman. And then
Yeah.
once it was telegraphed, I was like, all right, so he's going with Seth and Roman's gonna wrestle at Survivor Series or
Well,
something.
I did both because I was like, oh, he did it. He did it. He finally did it. And then once he did it again, I was like, oh my God, he's actually gonna do it. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it was a nice reveal. So Seth comes out on top. He leaves with his new wise man. He has now his favor has been fulfilled. So but that was night one. And night two is going to be bigger. It's going to be, I mean, there's a lot more at stake here. We have the Cody and Cena match. What are your, we could run down the entire card, but I think we'll just leave it with this main event because I think that the main event is the most important part. So, what are your thoughts on the main event before we ride out of here?
Uh, best turn since Hogan, in my opinion. Worst build for a main event, maybe since Jericho and Stephanie with the dog.
Oh my god.
Like this. It was the
Bad.
dog, right? Like it was the dog going into 18, wasn't it? Something like that.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
It was that one was rough. And at least and with that one you had Triple H coming in off of the Rumble, and with
Uh-huh.
this one at least you have, Cody being the fans guy and Cena being the not fans guy, and that's also why I don't like it. We didn't have Cena on TV. The first time this month was yesterday, and uh, for it to be the one of the best turns that I've ever seen, with two U fans promos, one great back and forth, and then nothing until yesterday. And yesterday was still U fans.
Yeah. I hate
I
that.
really, I do. I wish that it was about the belt. I wish that we were really talking Rock. I mean, maybe the Rock shows up tomorrow, but look, man, if he's going to be there, you would hope that they would advertise him,
You'd hope.
and that hasn't happened. And so I don't have high expectations. It's not that I'm not looking forward to it. It's just that I have lower expectations, and I hope that they're easily exceeded. That's where I am. I'm hoping for good, but I also am not. I'm not expecting to see what I was expecting to see night two last year, which was an all-time finish to the story.
Yeah. So for me, I think that so Triple H said it, and Triple H is doing his press conference right now, and I feel like he said it in the beginning. He's like, just when you think that you know that the story is where it's going, it's just beginning. And I think that that's like a little bit of a wink, wink to tomorrow night, and what I think that I agree with you. I think this build sucks. We waited 15 years to get a heel turn for John Cena, and it's just you fans. And I don't
Yeah,
like that. Like, I feel like we had a whole, like, did he actually sell his soul to The Rock, or did he just say, oh, screw you because you didn't do it? Like, screw you, Cody. So, like, I don't know. I just feel like it could have been done a lot better. We didn't see him a lot. When we did see him, it was you fans. I don't like that. All in all, I think Cody is going to retain.
I get annoyed at you guys aren't ready for what's coming, because they weren't ready for the fans to not buy Roman versus Rock last year,
Yeah.
and good on them that they pivoted. But like, what annoys me is don't act like you had it in your head that, oh, the fans are going to hate this and this is what we're going to do.
Yeah.
That's not what happened. If
No.
if people would have loved the Rock versus Roman, that would have been the main event.
Mhm.
They pivoted brilliantly, and I'm glad that they did. It was awesome.
Right.
But then this year, like, for The Rock to say like we had this all set up and this was what was going to happen. Well, I don't believe you because
You
it's
at
been a
all.
month
Yeah.
or 6 weeks and we haven't progressed the story at all.
Yeah.
Whereas last year they actually did. They truly pivoted. They truly went with it and they truly built it. And this year it was, we have Europeans, they're going to cheer no matter what. And yeah, you fans. I
It,
I don't know. So
it's frustrating.
that annoys me is don't tell me that I don't know what's coming and that you're smarter than I am and you're playing chess not checkers when I know that that's not the case. That's frustrating.
Yeah, and we haven't seen The Rock since Elimination Chamber, and that's frustrating. Like, that's the part of the story that we're missing. Now, I do like that. Like, one thing I will say about that I do like about this main event is that Cody has held up to his end of the bargain.
Cody's been great.
Yeah,
Dude, Cena's delivery and everything is good. He's not doing a bad job. He
no,
just has no
it's
substance.
right. It's not that It's not that he's delivering bad. It's just I don't want to hear that kind of heel.
Yeah.
We've heard it 100 times. It hasn't been done right. It hasn't been done well in forever. So, but yeah, I mean, we have Logan Paul and AJ Styles. We have the Sin City Street Fight. I mean, there's a lot of good matches tomorrow night. I'm not saying that I'm not I am definitely excited for tomorrow night. I'm ready to see that main event. I think that, you have no expectations, where my expectation is that I think The Rock will show up, and I think we'll get more answers because Travis Scott is there. and I think that it's going to be The Rock and Travis Scott are going to be standing there with Cena, and I think that we may or may not get some type of Avengers like we did last year. I don't know who it will be. I don't know how it will happen, but that's my final prediction before we head out of here.
It will be nice. I just
Not banking on it.
I'm not banking on that at all.
Yeah.
I'm just seeing Cena wins, and then they do press conferences and tell us how much smarter they are than us with Cena having the title.
Oh, so but yeah, that was night one of WrestleMania. That's our reaction. So let us know what you think in the comments. Let us know how you're feeling about night one. If you're ready for night two, what do you think is going to happen with this main event? It was Jay taking home big gold. I thought that was a great match. I thought that was a great way to start us off. I think that this set was amazing as well. That this
Yep.
set is all time. So
Yep.
but yeah, let us know in the comments. What we do here regularly on the channel is we rewind the bloodline. That's why we wanted to do night one, a reaction here, because this is exactly what we talk about every week here on the channel. It is a great way to go back and relive all of the bloodline moments that you either remember or you forgot or you've never seen. So make sure that you hit that subscribe button, go check out the channel, and we are signing off. I am Johnny Bakeshow,
Teddy Mongoose.
and we just called it in the ring.